Hi everyone, I'm Sahan Sapernia from the Walt Disney Company. I oversee 4 groups: content strategy and analysis, data architecture, business intelligence, and consumer research. Disney owns 8 television stations in the largest markets: New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Houston, Raleigh-Durham, and Fresno. Our stations are innovators and market leaders. We have been #1 in local news for 12 straight years. ABC7 New York has been the most watched television station for an incredible 17 years. And our digital teams are best in class. On digital, ABC OTV has the top 5 local stations in the country. Most companies use data to quantify the past, but data can become infinitely more powerful when you use it to make real-time strategic decisions. The most important moments in our newsrooms are during breaking news events. One prime example of that last year was Hurricane Laura in Houston. Nearly 1 million people lost power, and for some, their only source of life-saving information was us. We don't take that responsibility lightly. So our data journalism team used a real-time feed of big data from the NOAA to create a critical hurricane tracker that provided data down to the street level. For our newsrooms, our mission is always to inform, serve, and reflect our audiences, and this did all 3. The application we're building with MicroStrategy has one very simple goal: to use real-time data to make very difficult decisions in the newsroom. There are 3 sections to the application. Across the top, we have an executive summary built for our senior leaders to see a quick snapshot of how we're performing versus our goals. The middle section highlights what stories are currently trending in the last 15 minutes, in the last hour, and over the last day. And the bottom section is a very detailed table of metrics for each of our stories. This data table has several KPIs that serve as a feedback loop and optimization tool for our newsrooms. It helps answer 3 simple questions: what worked, what didn't, and why. Our mission will always be to inform, serve, and reflect our audiences. But one of our biggest challenges right now is meeting the consumers where they are. This is caused by 2 things. First, there are a lot of different sources for news. Consumers are now searching for affirmation of their beliefs versus information. And second, how people consume news has really shifted. From newspapers to their computers, from their computers to their phones, and now from their phones to streaming devices. And this has all changed how we create and deliver local news. I think it's important to realize the tremendous pressure the newsrooms are under every day. Things change second by second, and there's no room for error. I can't wait to have this application to make our newsrooms even smarter. Our news directors and teams have decades of experience, and they use that experience to cover our top stories and breaking news situations. But oftentimes, it's harder to know what other stories are valuable to our audiences. And that's where the data and application come into play. We're able to see what topics are trending, how each story is performing, and ultimately put more resources behind those stories. Making smart decisions comes down to having the right data at the right time. We're all very excited to use this application, from our group president and station presidents to our editors and producers in the newsrooms. To have this much real-time data used by everybody in the newsroom is going to change the game.